Three, two, one. Welcome to Abundance, a podcast program about the abundance mindset. My name is Zhou Fang. I am your host. Together, we will explore the abundance mindset and practice together. Welcome aboard. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Abundance, a podcast program about the world of abundance, the abundance mindset, and how to practice it. And I am your host and teacher, Zhou Fang. Today, I want to talk about apologizing and accountability. Oftentimes, we talk about apology or making an apology without talking about accountability or vice versa. And I feel apologizing and accountability, they go hand in hand. They don't have to always go together. For example, sometimes an apology is enough or, efficient, but not always, right? Like sometimes it really requires accountability after someone apologizes. So I want to talk about how the combination of apology and accountability is a really good practice, though hard, in our abundance mindset because it shows ownership, it shows courage, it shows that we want to do better, it shows that we are not ashamed of making mistakes because we all make mistakes. When we make mistakes, that we have the kind of capacity or agency to own it up, right? To say, I'm sorry, I messed up. That is on me. I will do better next time. Like that simple line can just resolve a lot of conflict and sometimes heartaches as well. So maybe I will give a quick example. Recently I asked help from my partner to help me with some photo taking because he is a photographer. But before we went to this setting or this event, I didn't really articulate very well what this thing was about. I just said, this time, this day, let's go take some photos because I'm going to be working, so I need some kind of work photos taken. And he said, okay. So we went. And afterwards, I think some of the photos were not as effective as they could have been. So I pointed out, and he was like, well, actually, I didn't really know before going into the thing that like exactly what was this for. And I had this realization that you are right. I didn't, because I just, in my mind, all the details happened, but I didn't communicate or articulate very well to him. It sort of like just all happened here, but the delivery was kind of missing. I just said on a high level, oh, this is an event, a work event, let's take some photos. And so, of course, without knowing the details or the kind of what this event is for, it would be a little bit difficult for a photographer to take perfect or very great photos. I mean, the photos are not bad, they are good. It was just like sometimes, you saw something and you are like, oh, I wish it could have been that way, right? So realizing that, I just immediately said, you are right? Like I didn't explain clearly what this event was about, and I'm sorry I didn't communicate very well. And next time I'll do a better job describing. If I'm asking your help again, like what this is about and what do I expect, like what the photos should look like, etc. And I will do a better job kind of sharing the details with you so that you know what photos are to take. So I think that is a real life example of apologizing and accountability. So I said, I'm sorry, you are right. I didn't explain clearly. That is on me. So that's the apology part. And then the accountability part is next time, And when I need your help again, when I invite you to another event to take photos, I will do a better job explaining it and telling you the details, etc. So that part is accountability, is to tell him what I am going to do in order to not necessarily fix things, but to not repeat the same mistakes I made this time. And of course, we'll see next time when an opportunity comes up, whether or not I'm actually going to do a good job or better job explaining. But that's like step one of accountability, is to say, I will do a better job next time, just in general. But of course, it takes practice to really own things and to actually deliver, like you are committed to do a better job. So that's why I think when we combine apology and accountability, it's a really great tool to solve conflicts and to address the issues we have in real life. Because oftentimes, even the mistakes I made, they probably are not intentional. Like, I just didn't think that. And that happened. So mistakes are not something for us to feel ashamed or feel guilty. We are humans. We make mistakes. And when we know we made a mistake or when we are caught out, it makes sense for us to acknowledge that, to say, oh yeah, I totally messed up and I'm so sorry. And next time I'll do a better job. And then we'll see if we do a better job next time. And then that takes practice. But I think these simple steps are so effective in terms of, take ownership and commitment to doing a better job in our communications, in our relationship building, at work or in life. I think that's a really important part of abundance, because it brings people together, not apart. When we are able to acknowledge our mistakes, when we are able to say, I am so sorry that I made that mistake and I will do better. Please trust me that I will do a better job next time. That brings people together instead of like, oh, I'm sorry that happened. That's not really an apology. So oftentimes we see people say, I'm sorry you feel that way. Or I am sorry I didn't mean it, or that was not my intention. I mean, it's important to know that's not our intention to make mistakes, but I feel like a very simple and sincere apology is to be clean and clear and just like without excuses, right? It's like, you are right, I messed up and I will do a better job next time. And that's the apology. And then what happens after, it can be, as you unpack what happened, you could say something like say you are continuing this conversation and you could say something like, even though that wasn't my intention, I understand that I caused harm and I know my mistakes made you feel bad or sad or awful. And for that, I'm very sorry. And even though it was not my intention, the mistake was made, and I'm responsible for it. Like, it was my responsibility, so I will own it. So as you unpack what happened, you could explain further. But the apology part can be nice and clean. Just say, I am sorry, I messed up, and it was my fault. This is on me. I will do better next time. Like, that is just, I think, is a very effective way to have ownership over the things we do. And also, of course, having accountability is to, what do you actually do after is, so now what? Yes, you messed up, you made a mistake, and you admit it, you acknowledge it, it's nice, and it's good to have that acknowledgement. And what now, right? What now? What happens next is for us to have accountability, to have kind of commitment of doing better. And I hope we have kind of more actions, like real actions coming after apology and accountability. and then actions. So 3 A's, like apology, accountability, and actions following the accountability. And I think those, of course, go hand in hand as well. It's not necessarily like either or. They all happen together. So that is kind of my thoughts on apology and accountability, and why when they go together, they are so good for our abundance mindset practice, because it allows us to accept ourselves as well. Yes, I make a mistake. Yes, I didn't do very well this time, but that's okay. We're humans. We do make mistakes, and next time we can do better. And I think that also, like I said earlier, it brings people together, because the other person can say, thank you for saying that. I accept your apology. I understand that you didn't mean it. And next time, I believe that you will do better, and I'm happy to help you as well. It also gives the other person opportunity to accept the apology, and to also be part of the accountability exercise. Is like, it's great that you're owning up, and I am there to support you as well, because we could be accountability buddies, right? Like, you are holding me accountable, I'm also can hold you accountable. And I think that is such a healthy way to build and grow relationships, both at work and in life. So I think that's a wonderful tool. Maybe we call it the art of apology and accountability. I think that's a great tool to build abundance and to explore the abundance mindset as well. So I hope that is useful and helpful, and maybe that resonates as well. And if you do like this episode, please hit like. Please share your thoughts in comments as well. We would love to hear from you. And please subscribe. And please also turn on the notifications so that you don't miss our episodes. And if you feel compelled to, please consider supporting our program. The details are in the show notes as well. And we really appreciate it. And with that, I want to say thank you for watching, and thank you for listening. And I look forward to seeing you next time very soon. Until then, take care.